Welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Spiritual Self-Mastery. Today's not a spiritual video. Today is my last official Panama video in history about Panama, with some footage I had with my guide around the Colonial Panama. I hope you enjoy this video, and it's going to be my last video on Panama, and then I'm going to release eventually some more footage, but from Mexico, from where I am right now. And also some spiritual subjects sprinkled here and there. So enjoy this footage, have a beautiful day, and take care of yourselves. John F. Stevens, little memorial here. One of the first engineers that actually created the canal here between the Americas. So we signed a treaty with the States?
States in 1903.
Okay.
To build the canal. The U.S. built the canal. We assigned them a territory that was 50 miles long, ocean to ocean, and 10 miles wide. That's 500 square mile territory that was known as the Panama Canal. So the canal was operated by 10,000 civilians. You can see the civilian housing here. Yeah. And 40,000 military were defending it. Army, Navy, and Air Force bases and stations everywhere.
Okay.
So it's 10,000 civilians and 40,000 military. Is a huge U.S. population here, beginning of the 20th century, 1900s.
Okay.
So you can see that legacy here, a lot of that. And all this is landfill. All this was wetland, marshland, swamps. Okay.
Oh wow! So they
cutting through that mountain, they brought the material and made all this area.
Cutting through the mountain, that's a lot of blasting, right?
Yeah, a lot of blasting and material that was brought here. And that landfill is here. All this is landfill from the material, and the causeway where we're going to is also a lot of landfill.
Okay.
This is the U.S. legacy you see here. Later on, after we do the scenic drive, we're going to go to the colonial city, where we're going to see the Spanish and the French legacy.
Oh, and that's what we call like the actual old Panama City.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is the U.S. footprint. Later on, we're going to go see the Spanish and the French footprint.
Oh, wow. A lot of history here, too. What's this monument? It's like people with a flag or something?
This monument here?
Yeah.
It's to Dr. Rodolfo Arias. He was a president we had in Panama.
Oh, okay.
His wife was elected. He died. And his wife was also president in the year 2000. She built a monument to him.
Oh, you can kind of see like Panama City over there. That's kind of cool.
You want to take pictures here?
There's like a lot of ships here too. And that's a lot of boats here.
There are 3 islands that were joined by this road, and again, this road is also built by material that was dug out from the mountains.
Okay.
All this road, all this landfill, is 1 island, 2 islands, 3 islands. You can see the route. Okay.
3 islands?
Yeah. 1,
okay.
2, 3. And here we have Smithsonian. You know Smithsonian Institute, a scientific organization from the United States, is here since 1923.
Okay.
They've been here 100 years this year. They have a marine biology, forest, and climate warming. They have stations everywhere for doing a lot of study. Panama has the most studied rainforest in the world.
Interesting. And my friends are going to have a very beautiful view of Panama City from the Colonial Panama. Just look at this. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit.
We started in Panama, mainland America, in 1501.
So the Spanish were here first.
Yeah.
In Colonial, okay. Then the French.
So try to build a canal. We're gonna see that footprint. As the population grew in Panama during the centuries.
Yeah.
In 1900s, Panama started booming in 1849 with the gold rush in Western California. Then 1850 a railroad was built, Trans-Oceanic Railroad. A lot of people coming through here to conquer the western United States and the west of America. And then 1880 the French tried to build a canal here and really worked hard for a decade but couldn't finish it. And then the United States, 1904 to 1914, finishes the canal and runs it till 31 December 1999. So all this grew, the city grew, and the city starts from the colonial part this way and all the way to the modern part that you just took pictures of. So the city gets younger as it goes that way.
Okay.
As city moved that way, people started abandoning the colonial quarter, and that was totally trashed. Homicides, gangs, drug dealing, you name it. It was really the worst of the worst. So
Yeah.
luckily, in 1997, it was declared a World Heritage Site, so that gives it a nice status and investment perks.
Okay.
No
Yeah.
income tax, no tax on property if you invest in it for many years. And that has brought a lot of international investment, which is what we're going to see as we start to walk right now.
Welcome to Colonial Panama, my friends. You can see here the red brick where it starts. Oh wow. So old Caribbean like buildings, right? Or wow. Oh yeah.
This is the Spanish wall. I'll explain it to you.
The Spanish what?
Wall.
Wall?
Yeah,
Okay.
This is a fortified city.
Fortified city.
Yeah.
It used to be.
So the Spanish, when Henry Morgan burnt down Panama City, which was old Panama, 8 kilometers from here,
Yeah.
1671, they brought it here as a military city. So they had a wall, a double wall, a moat with no water. So that was the protection. And then it's a peninsula.
Yeah.
And the peninsula is surrounded by water, which has rocks. So there's no way the pirate ship would attack by the ocean.
Okay.
So it was very well ocean defended. And here, a double wall.
So that was like built from the people defending themselves from the pirate invading and burning the old Panama City.
And it
Okay.
worked. It worked. The pirates never attacked the city. The other one, yes.
Interesting.
So they brought it here, rebuilt it here. They learned from the mistake. The other city, they had built it as a port city. It did not work. The pirates attacked it easily.
So these
And
pirates.
this one worked. They never attacked the city. They
So-
realized the protection was too good.
So these pirates that actually burned down, like the older Panama, like where were they from?
Well, the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, pirates from the Caribbean. Oh yeah.
The pirates of the Caribbean.
Kind of like the movies, right?
Exactly. That's where they come from. So this is Art Deco. This is U.S. footprint.
Okay.
10,000
Oh, U.S. footprint. Okay.
10,000 civilians and 40,000 military. We needed a monetary system, so we signed a treaty with the United States in 1904.
In 1904, that's when the Panamanians adopted the American dollar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And therefore we needed a banking system. We didn't have a central bank. We didn't have a bank. So we brought down First National City Bank since 1904.
The First National City Bank,
Yep.
which is like this one or this one?
This one.
Oh, this one. Okay. Wow.
So that building dates back to 1904. And why it's here is because of that. Because it came here to take the job of, as Panama didn't have any money, it all came from the U.S. to take the job of being like the central bank. As this was totally abandoned,
Yeah.
1997, little by little, and then fast. The first couple of years was very slow, 97, 98. And 2000, everybody started to come to invest. This used to be totally abandoned. 2 gangs lived in there. Today, it's a hotel, and they bought over the abandoned bank, and they have it for.
What do you mean?
venues.
What do you mean 2 gangs lived in there?
2 drug dealing gangs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were moved out. They re-socialized, of course, not in a good way. They were
And
moved
what
out
year was this?
About 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Wow.
So they were re-socialized, then the proper owners took over, invested, and built it as a beautiful hotel, Art Deco hotel. They brought over the Art Deco bank. They
Okay.
use it as a venue for weddings, corporate events, fashion weeks, and it's working very well.
Interesting.
You see the horse, the guy on the horse?
Yeah, yeah.
Herrera, he's one of our founding fathers,
Founding fathers. Okay.
generals really.
Thomas Herrera.
Yeah. You notice starting to see the heavy French. footprint. Huh?
Yeah, it's more of French here. Okay.
So all this was residential. It was totally abandoned.
Residential area, yeah.
Yeah, totally abandoned. Now it's coming back. And you have businesses on the ground floor and apartments on the top. That's the business model today, right?
Oh yeah, I can kind of see like the French architecture now.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
What we usually say here is 3 stories is the French footprint, 2 stories is the Spanish footprint.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but there's no 100% French here. There's French Panamanian. There's maybe 1 or 2 buildings that are 100% French.
Oh really?
Yeah, or 100% Spanish. The rest is all Panama French or Panama Spanish.
Interesting.
For example, here, you see this balcony?
Yeah.
That's known as the French balcony, the Juliet balcony, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And here we have a Spanish balcony. These are Spanish balconies. The Juliet balcony is practically useless. It's only for the wind and the sun to come in. There's nothing you can do there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and this is Spanish balconies, French. And usually when it is rectangular, this is Spanish influence. And when you have like this, that is French influence. Okay, you see? Spanish, French, and here's a combination. See here, a hybrid?
Yeah.
Bottom and part. That's very common here. As we have both legacies, you will see a lot of places use both.
So which church is this called?
The Golden Altar is
The Golden Altar?
San Jose Church. It's Altar de Oro.
Altar de
Oro.
Oro.
El Altar de Oro.
The Golden Church or whatever.
Golden Altar.
The Golden Altar. So is this like the Golden Altar that I've heard from people that told me that back then they actually painted this one black to actually save themselves from being in it stolen?
Exactly. That's
Wow.
it. That's it.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh.
It's gold leaf, gold plated, and solid gold in some parts.
So it's mostly all like what, 24, maybe not 24 karat gold, but
No. Back then they didn't have such.
oh, it's like the 12 apostles here.
Así.
So is this like Jerusalem?
This is a nativity scene, nacimiento, Bethlehem. Belén.
Bethlehem, okay.
Belén.
Oh, so like a remodel. They just recreated Bethlehem, basically.
Belén is a nativity scene. In English, we call it nativity scene in the Catholic.
Welcome to the biggest nativity that we have in the country.
This is a Hyatt Unbound. There's only 30 in the world. It's 5-star deluxe. It's the highest of the Hyatt collection. Hyatt Unbound.
Oh, the what, sorry?
Hyatt collection.
Hyatt collection?
Hyatt Hotels, Hyatt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hyatt Unbound
Okay.
by Hyatt. And there's only 30 in the world. This is the top brand they have.
Wow, these are like old ruins.
Nowadays called archaeological sites.
Beautiful.
This will be the Jesuit order.
Jesuit order, okay. Already see the French.
Yeah, you know, that's 100% French, see?
Oh yeah, it's exactly like the old French city in Paris I've actually seen.
That's 100% French.
Wow.
There's very, very little 100% French, but there is a lot of French, Panamanian French, but yes, mostly French.
Gorgeous. It's like really small roads here, huh?
Yeah. Back in the days, there was buggies, horse-drawn, so they were not that wide.
That's right.
Active weekends, well, the locals love to come here to eat and party, and same with the tourists.
Oh,
A lot of
it's a nice party place.
this one.
So what are these ruins from? Like, these are like Spanish?
1673, yeah.
1673.
You remember this city was rebuilt in 1673. After the other one was destroyed in 1671 by Henry Morgan.
Wow. Impressive though. But
Hola chicas, ¿cómo están?
so these are like native communities from like the rainforest or the forest here, I guess,
No,
or
from the islands. We
from
have
the
7
islands,
communities-
okay.
7 communities in Panama.
7 communities, okay.
And there are 7 tribes. There's
7 tribes.
400,000 strong. That's about 10% of our population.
Yeah.
Or less. And these are the ones from the Cunayala. They live in 360 islands that we have here.
Yeah.
360 islands here and the mainland. And we also have tribes here, 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 here. All these areas are tribal lands.
Tribal lands, yeah.
30% of Panama is tribal lands.
30%. Wow.
They're only 10% of the population.
It's almost a third of it.
Yeah. And they're only 1/10 of the population or less. So that's pretty good.
Wow.
It's thanks to these guys.
What's the population of Panama?
4.5 million.
4.5 million.
Geometric designs. For example, like this.
Geometric designs, yeah. Kind of reminds me a bit of Peru, but it's a little different.
Geometric, okay? That
Yeah.
will serve as sunblock, insect repellent, and at the same time, a spiritual block. What does that mean? If an evil spirit comes and tries to attack,
Yeah.
he will get lost, confused in that maze, and get diverted out of the body.
Wow.
So, yeah, so it's a spiritual thing. Now, as the Spanish came and they told them, no, you have to dress up, they had no choice but to transfer that to fabric, which is what the mole is. Okay.
Oh.
It's a transferring of their body paint tradition to fabric. And of course they have expanded it to natural nature, wildlife, and all that. Don't be surprised if you find Spider-Man and Batman moles, but that's not their culture. That's their tourist consumption. Huh? Yeah. So that's what this is.
There's my friends in Knoll Spanish jail, the Spanish dungeons. When they were in wars and stuff like that. And
No, people who misbehave, yeah, for the
misbehave, yeah, the jail.
pirates that never arrived,
To the dungeon.
the pirates that never arrived would be put in there.
Oh wow. Question is, why the rooster?
That is their national bird. See, it's low tide, so there's no way the pirates would attack you. It's all rocky.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, wow, a low tide, and then
If it's high tide, it would barely cover these rocks, so they would always tear the bottoms on the rock. It's impossible to attack from the ocean.
wow,
Surrounded all around by rocks.
and then we see the obelisk, and then the new Panama
Modern,
City over there.
Modern and contemporary.
Modern and contemporary. But here's Colonial
The
Panama.
islands we went to, 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, the little islands over there we went to.
The Bridge of the Americas.
Oh wait a sec. Bridge of the Americas.
And over here, the Frank Gehry Biodiversity Museum of Panama.
Biodiversity Museum?
Yep.
Which one is it? Oh, the color one. Okay, Biodiversity Museum. Oh, TN for Teatro Nacional.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. This, my friends, is the National Theater. Pretty cool, isn't it? It's kind of like in the movies and stuff. Beautiful. 100% French architecture in Panama. Only a couple buildings have that here. We are in center, what, the main square?
Yep.
Main square of Colonial Panama here. Here we have the government. We have the church right there. And that's where the rich people used to live, I guess. And yeah, that's a square, the main square where everything happens, I guess, here. It's pretty cool.